So hi there, guys. My name is Igor, and I'm living in Ukraine. I've decided to talk about this stuff like manifestation and what kind of manifestation techniques I personally use. Even though, you know, the situation in my country is like a hell, and you know, not everybody can focus on attracting the things that we want, right? So this why like I'm recording this video, just like to share my perspective of what methods or techniques I personally use and what is helping me. Basically, everything is helping me, and yeah, this type of I'm from this type of people who are sticking to a law of assumption more. Yeah, I've been to this like law of attraction for some time, but then. I changed my mind and became the part of this community of people who believe in law of assumption because again it makes sense. And today I would like to share with you basically how my day is going, and I even like created the presentation for that. So just like to show you what I personally prefer having during the day and what kind of steps to follow. So again, we all know what is like law of assumption, basically what is manifestation, right? Manifestation is like the thing that we want to get, right? The thing that we want to attract to our life. This is what the manifestation is. And for me, I've divided my day into three parts, even like four parts, give or take. And right now, like I will share with you what I basically use and do in order to get things done and just like come to me. So the first one is scripting. I think like you've heard about that a lot, and I found one girl on YouTube, and she's pretty popular, and she shared one idea about how to make this like scripting stuff. Basically, you write five, seven goals, ideas, whatever that you want to get from the state of that is already done. You already have it, and you read it twice a day in the morning and in the evening before you go into bed. So this is what I do. Again, for instance, like some of my ideas is about being successful on ads and Redbubble, also being having a lot of traffic on my blog posts, right? So just like on my blog, also uh, having a lot of traffic on Pinterest, like through the Pinterest on my other platforms. So basically, being popular on Pinterest. What else? By the way, give me some time. So what else I wrote? Yeah, so being basically having rewards on Sorara game because like I'm into football. Also, like wrote some things about my health. Mm, yeah, so this is the main things. And again, basically, she said that. I mean, she says that we need to read it twice a day during 30 days, right? So during 1 month. And this is what I do. I'm in the middle of the process. It's more than 15 days have gone already. So again, I feel really confident about that because like this is the reprogramming, right, so called, of our subconscious mind. And while we are reading that, while we are feeling this, we're already making a first like the solid step forward, just like to have this new belief in our mind, and basically it will help us to attract what we want. So the first one is scripting in the morning and in the evening. So let's move on. Another one which I try to stick to is impact self-talk. By self-talk, I mean it's kind of affirmation. It might be affirmation, it might be just like talk to yourself as if you've had something, right? What you want. Again, this is the law of assumption, the pure one, and it helps me a lot, especially during these like dead times. What is dead time for me? Dead time is like when you brush your teeth, wash your face, like wash your hair, whatever. When you eat, right, or when you do some kind of tedious work, like copy and paste, let's say, right. So it doesn't require a lot of energy or focusing things. So basically, your mind is open to repeating those stuff, repeating the affirmations, or just like talking to yourself as if you are the person who you want to be. That's excellent thing to follow. Again, I like that, and I do that during the day, not just like every minute or every hour, but every now and then, especially in the morning when I read that script. Afterwards, I talk to myself, do this affirmation thing. Basically, it works excellent. The next point, is gratitude, right? Again, like we all heard about that. So by gratitude, and basically when I use it is while I'm already in the bed, just like to go through my day, just like to flick through this and remind myself, okay, what I've done, like what I've accomplished, what I'm grateful for. And I'm just like, listed out the things in my mind. It's not necessary to say it out loud, but I'm just like, running it in my head while I'm in the bed. Excellent, excellent thing, just like to wrap up your day. The next point, which I always follow, is detachment, right? Again, this is something which is like crucial, especially for the ones who've came to this kind of niche of law of assumption firstly. So basically, detachment is when you don't think or you're not obsessed over your desires, wishes, whatnot, and instead of that, you're doing the things that you like, and basically you're not thinking about like, or you're not worrying about the things that you want, right? So for each of you, you might have your own detachment activities or go-to activities, let's say. For instance, like for me, I like watching movies and TV shows. I'm the English teacher, so for Ukrainian people, so I work with them, and while I'm working with them, I'm not thinking about what I need to do or what I have done already or what I want to get. So there is no time for those binge thinking stuff. Also, for instance, like you might play computer games, you might meet with the friends and just like go around hanging out. It's gonna be also that detachment. uh, I don't know, you can read a book, you can listen to music, why not, you can talk to the new people. So it's gonna be the cool way of not being attached so much to your things, because like if you're too attached to the things that you want to attract, basically you're vibrating in a law and in a lack, I would say, as Joe Dispenza said, and other psychologists and just like other gurus, so called. So yeah, that's a cool way to attract what you want faster. The next one is which like I'm following is inspired actions. Damn, that's important. So by inspired actions, basically the idea is do whatever you like around the desires that you want to get. You know what I mean? For instance, my desire, right? So we just scripted. I want to become successful on Etsy or on Redbubble. So by the inspired actions, I can upload at least like, or even like one design during the day, but from the state of, because I like that, I like how it looks like, I like the process of creating. Uh, I like how my shop looks like, and it's gonna be the inspired actions. I'm not running for the sales. I'm not running to get the milestone of amount of designs. I'm not running for to impress someone, right? I'm doing that because I like the procedure of it. So, and this is it's called the inspired actions, right? Or let's say Redbubble, the same thing, or Pinterest. I mean, like there was like this the feature schedule the pin, right? And basically, I use it a lot, especially on Sunday when I need to prepare for another week, and I can reschedule. I can schedule maybe like 3 pins during 3 days per week, and it's gonna be enough for me. And afterwards, I just do whatever, do what I like. I just like repin it to other boards on the Pinterest. Let's say like one time on Monday, then on Wednesday, and then on Friday. And the rest of the days, I don't do anything because it's gonna be enough for me. Like this. This is my assumption, right? And as we know, like what you assume, you're attracting, you are getting. So if I assume that it's enough for me to post free pins and then like just like repeat it to other boards, believe me, I will find the proofs of it every time. The next one is gonna be, yeah, basically the last one that I use, but it's not on the presentation. But again, I would like to share with you. So let's recapitulate. So what do we have? We have scripting in the morning, in the evening. We have gratitude, right? So while you're in the bed, we have inspired actions. Do whatever you like, not chase for the sales, not chase for the results or something. Just do upload things, create designs, create what you want, stream, play, right? Then detachment is like when you just like do other things not connected to your work or to your desire. Affirmation, self-talk during the day. Again, like think as if you've had it. And already as the final kind of path, I talk to ChatGPT, and basically it helps me a lot, or DeepSeek if you want. Basically, I ask them to give me the templates of their thoughts and ideas of my desired being fulfilled or being accomplished. Because again, our mind has the patterns of the thoughts, right? And ChatGPT or DeepSeek or other AI platforms, they are much stronger in terms of like how to think and how to create the sentences, right? So I asked them to give me, okay, so give me, I don't know, some ideas about a person who accomplished some things today on Etsy, and it might give me the temple like, or let's say Pinterest. So the huge Pinterest boards are fighting for my attention, uh, and they are like sending me messages into DM asking me to become the part of their community because they understand that I boost their engagement. Let's say so. This is the temple that ChatGPT or DeepSeek might give it to you, and basically I just like write it down to some kind of notebook, or if you're a tech-savvy person, please put it in the document online. Why not? And then just like I leave it here. I mean, like while I'm writing in this, because I know how, let's say, like the learning process works because I'm the English teacher. While you're writing something, you're thinking about that. You cannot not think, right? Because like you're in the process of writing this down. You need to be sure that it makes sense what you write. So what you jot down, and while we are doing this stuff towards our desires and thinking as if we've done it, you have this feeling, damn, that's so cool, you know, wow, that's so nice to feel this way, or just like to behave, or even like imagine as if you've done it, right? So basically, through this writing process. And this is my final pitch, before I go to bed and basically do the gratitude thing and fall asleep. And again, uh, I just want to share with you one thing, like a couple of things that I've manifested recently, uh, which might help you to follow the same thing as I do. One of them was about sales on Redbubble and Etsy, really. So, for your understanding, I'm running ads on Etsy for $1 per day, not more. I have no ads on Redbubble. The only thing that I do every now and then is to promote ads and Redbubble designs on Pinterest. For 2 weeks, as I've in the process of manifesting things, I've attracted free sales. I was accepted to more than 30 boards on Pinterest. For sure, like I used to have, I used like I had to apply to different Pinterest groups, but the results of it is incredible because I was accepted to more than 30 boards, and one of them has um, 50K followers or something. So it's kind of huge. Also, even though I wasn't focusing on attracting this stuff or messages or you know kind of notifications, but I got the message from my friend who we haven't talked to maybe like for 6 months or something, and he wrote me first. He wrote me first. Again, don't think that like if you're focusing on one thing and manifesting one thing, you cannot attract other stuff that you might like. That it doesn't work like that. I mean, like if you vibrate on the high level, basically you're attracting all the things that you might like, you might be obsessed about, you might be into, right? So this is my story, and again, I would like to record other videos where I'm sharing with you what I practice, what I watched, what I know, what I would like to know or to do or to try. Thanks for attention and take care.